guys, Windows decided it didn't want expert to work anymore. We are back again. I don't know. Something broke.
Hi.
It happens.
Here.
Stuff likes breaking. Ah well. Apologies for that again. Can't really help it.
Invites going out.
Indeed. I love that we're back straight up to 42 viewers. Thank you to all of you staying around with us just in case. I know technical difficulties happen. And we're going to be on the GSL Daybreak. And it's going to be TSL Hyun versus GL Snoot.
Yep. And out goes my tweet.
Indeed, I shall retweet that when it goes. I want to see it anyway. Oh, Firefox choosing now to lag as well. Anyway.
So, we're getting the readies. Snoot needs 1 minute. Says sorry. Ready for this ZVZ. Oh my goodness. On GSLs. Debreku.
Trying to go for the whole GSL though, will you?
It's hard, man.
Oh.
Somebody does it really. Riff King, I think, is actually fantastic at doing the Saiyan fighter voice.
Yeah.
GSL.
And you scared a few viewers away, I think. Now we should be getting going very shortly with the finals between GL Snoot and TSL Hyun. It's going to be Maury's just like, damn, CVZ. Well, yeah, it's been a lot of CVZs so far. And I'm knackered.
And Hyun DC'd. So Snoot needed a minute, and Hyun said, "No, I'm done with this."
I think he had a battle now fail.
Yeah, probably. So
Yeah.
it's both of these players do get money. They're in the finals. The second place player gets €75. Number one gets €125. Currently, if anyone's curious what that translates to on the US dollar side, it is $1, or rather $1.22 as of 4 a.m. this morning to €1.
Yeah, that's
So
not
pretty
bad.
decent.
Yeah. I mean,
Nice little prize money.
yeah, no, one of the other casters complaining a little bit about CVC, saying, oh, it's always the same, and we're like, it's always so volatile, that's awesome. And what another caster saying, one good thing about CVC, they are short. That's something I can agree on. I mean, 90% of the time we...
What? Asaji skipped roaches and went straight to ultras on WCS? And he won. That's an interesting... I would love to see that. I've never seen that try.
Yeah.
So hi everybody that's either just joining us or hopping back in. Apologies, GL Snoot needed a second, and then our other player, TSL's Hyun, actually had a BattleNet fail, so he'll be back on in just a few moments. He will be starting pretty soon.
Oh.
Oh, Donathan saying he heard it on State of the Game last night. State of the Game was last night?
I thought it was just inside the game last night.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe that's what he means.
Probably. Anyway, TSL Hyun is now back online, re-invited,
Hey,
and we
yeah.
should be good to go as soon as he gets back in, hopefully.
Yeah.
Whitebeard
Do
asking
you
if
want to play? He's asking the players to play as random just for me, for his sake. Oh, that would be funny.
it would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see. Oh, when is it? Has that happened already? Actually, the Dignitas like opposite race tournament thing. I don't know if that.
I don't know
happened
about
yet.
it.
Basically, say you had a PVC, the Protoss had to play as Zerg, and the Zerg had to play as Protoss. And then if you had mirror matchups, one had to play as Terran, the other had to play as Protoss if it was a CVZ, and then they swap, and then they play either Terran versus Terran or Protoss versus Protoss, and it's quite a cool idea. I don't think it's been played yet, unfortunately. I need to read up on that. Anyway, we are kicking this game off, and it's going to be on the GSL Daybreak, TSL's Hyun versus GL Snoot. And I'm going to call it. I'm going to think TSL Hyun will be in the bottom left.
Alright. And in the upper right. No.
I swapped the colours just then, and then it swapped them back.
Loading screen is holding us up. We're on Daybreak first. GSL version, which, you know, forces that cross spawn. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm reckoning TSL Hyun will be in the bottom left, and...
Oh!
I'm good.
This time, in the blue, in the bottom left-hand corner, it is our Zerg player who we've seen a lot of today. It is TSL's Hyun!
And in the top right, in the red trunks, we have GL Snoot as the Zerg as well, so it's currently 0-0, and yeah, I'm here all week with the guessing which location they're going to be in. And there you go, you finally have it. You finally had it, the heart.
Oh, so, it's a ZVZ. What do you expect will happen? Oh.
Snoot.
Oh.
Snoot with the 6 pool.
Oh.
Actually, no, that was a 7 pool, wasn't it? Yeah, that was indeed Snoot with a 7 pool.
So the thought process, I've talked to some pro Zerg players about this, and they feel like there's a transition out of a 7 pool, but a 6 pool is completely all in. And yet, I've never actually seen the transition attempted very heavily outside of the 7 pool. Normally what you'll see is like a spine crawler go down and then a macro hatchery. Like, they'll put it as if they want to take the expansion, but they'll never drone up behind it.
Yeah.
Because in a ZVZ it's so volatile at that point, they just need the extra larva. Gas first for TSL's Hyun.
This is... He might be okay now then, because he's dumping that spawning pool. He'll have speed before Snoot, but there are 8lings already on the way. And they're not being rallied over, actually. He's rallied them to... There you go, he's rallying them now.
Alright, now some are on the way. The Overlord for Hyun, watching his vision now. And
I must say, I have actually seen the transition out of 7 pool.
he missed it. Interesting. Just Snoot taking the long way around, and that may pay off for him as the Overlord hasn't seen it just yet.
Indeed, and yeah, the transition out of 7 pool, I've seen it attempted many times. Never seen it work.
And now Hyun actually sees only 4. He may think that those are the only 4 because these other lings are completely undetected thus far.
Indeed, so that's going to be 10 lings with 4 more in production. Overlord is actually moving out the way, so the Overlord won't see any... might see... Yeah, he is going to see some more, and it does see the drone as well now.
Alright, the Zerglings have arrived. The drones are pulled. More lings should be queued up, I hope, for... Oh... Hyun, wow.
Hyun actually has lings on the way, and now he has the metabolic boost 30 or 40% done as well, and just like Hyun with the LOL. And does have the Queen as well now, injects, and this is pretty much a lost cause for Snoot. He's having to drone up, get Queen.
Choo says Snoot, who was, I guess, hoping against hope that his opponent was going hatch first. And a drone arrives, but does not even get onto the creep. Hyun says no. And
nice micro there from GL Snoot, keeping a lot of his lings alive. Unfortunately, though, there's a Queen doing the range damage.
Yeah, and the reinforcements are really far away for Snoot, who's at 13 supply. He's droning up now, making his Queen. However, Hyun is now committing. He's going to get that speed research completed. Has 10 more lings on the way. I think that this looks very bad for Snoot right now. Who is hiding his lings in the upper left, waiting until all the lings leave? That's a cute little idea.
Indeed.
But I don't know if it'll be enough. Hyun is going to see those now. Ignores them.
He ignores them just because, and he does have 10 more lings on the way anyway. He's running.
He's in the main of Snoot, forcing those drones to be pulled. There is a spine crawler that's attempted to be laid down, and the Queen's going to go down. Oh,
this is not good for Snoot. He needs to keep all these drones alive, and unfortunately they're all trapped in a corner. Not even mineral walking them. GG's out, and that is game number 1 to TSL Hyun, holding off a 7 pool.
Guess first. I'm telling you, Hyun, he plays in so many of these online tournaments. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to lose to a 7 pool. Not going to happen.
Indeed. I mean, it was very well held there. I think... He was very close to going hatch first, I think. Like, he has 2 openers he goes. He never goes pull first into hatch without the gas. He'll either get the gas, or he'll just go straight hatch first. So that's TSL Hyun for you, and he was able to hold off 7 pull extremely effectively, and then just finish off his opponent with a nice lane press. Well, lane all in, pretty much, kind of.
And we're sitting here waiting. The next map will be... They actually haven't told us.
Indeed, I think we're just waiting on invites at the moment.
Cloud Kingdom, LE.
Cloud Kingdom, this will be interesting. And it's similar rush distance, actually, to Daybreak, so... TSL...
Whether it was a 6 pool or a 7.
ML needs to get his co-caster in. And yes, TSL Hyun wondering if it's a 6 pool. No, it's 7 pool. And Hyun's like, pretty much. And you got Snoot with the heart as well. Yeah, you gotta love the bands between them. Both of them Snoot wanting to do something slightly extremely cheesy, wanting to try and win, at least take an easy game. Wasn't able to, but he's only 1 game down, but it is a best of 5, so TSL Hyun still needs to win 2 games. So it's no huge deal. Is Ord there, or are you still not there?
Just eating a pretzel.
Fair enough. Oh, I've never had a pretzel.
What?
Now I'm hungry. Damn it, dude. Now I'm hungry. Well, I've not had tea yet either, so... Damn it, dude.
And in the lower left-hand corner of a map that is really similar to the first map that we saw, it is... GL Snoot. GLHF coming out of both players with the heart added on for Snoot in the upper right-hand corner wearing the blue trunks. It is our player who's currently up by 1 game, TSL's Hyun.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how Hyun goes this game, considering he knows that his opponent is willing to 7 pull. What is Snoot going to go here now? Is he going to go for the hatch first, or is he going to go for that gas speed link, or just straight pull and then hatch? Yeah, we haven't really seen much of Snoot, unfortunately, this one, which is a shame because he's a damn good player. But we have seen a lot of Hyun, and we know Hyun only really has 2 openings. He has the gas into pull, and he has the hatch first. He doesn't really go for the into hatch without the gas.
Yep. And both players saving up right now.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? No extractor down yet, so no gas first. Probably. Anyway, Hyun still droning.
And there you go, Snoot dropping down the pool, no gas yet.
Oh, Hyun.
Oh, sorry, Snoot even. I did say Snoot, didn't I?
Yeah, you said. I was just looking at Hyun, who looks like he's going to take 15 hatch. Hatch first. Spawning pool on the way for Snoot, who I think is probably going to expand behind this because he's saving up quite a bit right now. Yeah. Both players sitting at 15 workers for... nope, 16 now, and the hatch goes down. So pretty safe opening from Snoot, and Hyun kind of seems to have predicted that. He's laid down his spawning pool, also getting his extractor, while Snoot is doing just about the same. So pretty mirrored matchup so far, though the Queen comes out first and Snoot's sleepy.
And pool 50% done, and gas on the way. Now Snoot will not have his speed first. Hyun will have speed first.
Snoot's reaction there was insane. That the hatchery for Hyun probably came first, as it's just about done. And that's going to give Hyun the advantage. So Snoot has to decide, is he going to go with aggression now, or is he just going to try and go up to a third base maybe, or what? He's got those 2 lings moving out across the map, probably just to get some map vision for him and to make sure that Hyun stays honest and does produce at least 1 or 2 lings.
And Metabolic Boost there coming down from Hyun and straight away from Snoot as well. Hyun keeping drones in gas and Snoot keeping 2 drones in gas, so it looks like both players wanted to transition into either Banelings or...
Oh, nice save.
Interesting. Hyun dumping down a second gas. Oh no, he can't.
No, he was just saving that drone from the Ling pressure of Snoot. And now the 4 Lings for Hyun is going to be pushing away. Snoot's Lings might lose one of them. Maybe. It's going to be a close thing. And there's a Queen waiting to save her little babies. And she does.
And both players now just droning, really. Both players getting the Baneling Nest, Metabolic Boost, drones. The standard CVZ at the moment. So now we're going into the second stage of CVZ, which is the Baneling Ling. And then this is the next volatile stage.
Hyun missing his inject there by 0.1 seconds. I'm so disappointed. And the Queen for Snoot tried to kill Hyun's Overlord. That was in that pretty nice position. So nice of them to have changed colors for us.
Indeed.
As it doesn't actually get it. Spinecrawler comes down. Defensive Banelings on the way. And guess what, folks? Means we're probably going to be entering a stage of the game where roaches are made.
Indeed, and Spinecrawler for both players, I mean,
maybe not.
Pretty much identical.
Snoot going with a lot of Ling pressure here. The Banelings aren't quite done. Oh, finishing just in time. But Snoot does get some Zerglings up into the main. Actually, by some, I mean a lot, is going to kill a Queen. Drones have to be pulled. They're going to get involved in this fight, and...
does clean up, but does lose...
only 2 workers.
Yeah, 2 workers isn't bad. The Queen is the huge thing. Did lose the
Queen, but had another one that was available to continue injects, and that's perhaps the most important part. Now, Hyun deciding to go with some counter-aggression after all that, running around the long way with some of them, and so only a few of them are visible to Snoot. Oh, lots of Banelings, and they're rallied into the main. They're going to try and bypass the expansion entirely. Oh!
Indeed, does have a nice number of Lings still, but it has a lot of Banelings being morphed, and there's...
Snoot finds them! Oh, the Banelings, the Queens, I don't know. Baneling against Baneling, alright, I don't know if this is going to come to anything at all, just a lot of investment from both players. Although, one of the Queens does go down.
At least one Queen, yeah, and does force another loss of Banelings.
Not trading very well there, but Snoot considering setting up that 3rd base, and Hyun not doing the same just yet.
Well, Hyun's very, very far behind on his lair tech. I mean, we have Roach Wind down for Snoot. Well, sorry, Roach Wind complete even, and we've got the Glide Reconstitution and +1. So like missile attacks on the way, and Roach is in production, whereas the lair is only 50% done. There's no... sorry, yeah, there's no Roach one yet. Nice Bane integration there, but...
yeah, some Lings do get into the main for Snoot, but there should be enough here, yeah, to push it back. Hyun's not going to lose much of anything.
There you go, and we do now have the Evo Chamber complete, Roach Wind about complete. Unfortunately, the 3rd for Snoot is already going down.
3rd base queued up for Hyun. There it goes, and let's see, where are we at worker supply-wise? 60 to 50. Hyun with the advantage, but Snoot's going to probably pull ahead because his hatchery will be done long before that of Hyun's. 3 base against 3 base, ladies and gentlemen. ZVZ going into the mid-game. Yeah. Burrow on the way for Snoot. Interesting. Going to be fun for him later on. Hyun with the scout. Overseer coming in, gets to see the extractor timing. And the Queen's going to take as many pot shots as possible. So Overseer might go down with the 2nd Queen. But he's going to get to see just about everything that he wanted to.
Especially given that the Overseer saw the Spire that was in production. So TSL Hyun instantly responding correctly, going for Infestation Pit.
Nice, nice. Snoot staying at 89 supply right now. Not droning up, just taking gas. At his 3rd, and Roaches find some Lings. Nom them up pretty quickly.
Indeed, some nice damage done there, but unfortunately roaches regen health quite quickly, especially when that burrow completes, so you'll just be able to burrow them, regen their health extremely quick. Job's good. Nice spine crawler up here, along with some roaches. A lot of roaches, actually. +1 about to complete as well. Not that far away, about...
And muta production has commenced. But I don't know why Snoot produced 8 more roaches just before the spire completed there. Doesn't look like he wants to make too many mutas, or
maybe they're just
afraid of this aggression that's on the way.
Quite a possibility. I mean, we do have 8 more roaches on the way, pathogen glands on the way as well for TSL Hyun. A nice concave there from GL Snoot as well. GL Snoot will be able to definitely push this away. He does have the... Well, there's actually no
and the mutas in the air can't be attacked at all. No kind of counter there except to produce more roaches. Pathogen glands on the way for Hyun right now, as Snoot actually
somehow
takes
crumbles.
a lot more damage from this attack than I thought that he would. The mutas and spine crawler eventually will be able to clean up the roaches. But there's a chance for Hyun to do a lot of damage.
Well, more roaches incoming now. Pathogen glands are about to complete, so we should see infestor production start. There you go, 4 infestors now on the way. More roaches being killed for Snoot, and Hyun trading amazingly efficiently at the moment.
Yeah, and it's +1 attack against +1 attack, so I think that was just an issue of target firing there, and Snoot having a few less roaches, but really... I didn't think it would snowball quite that quickly for him. Mutas finally are able to clean up the rest of the roaches, and back up in the main of Hyun, we see spore crawlers going down, a macro hatchery. The infestors that you've mentioned are about to pop, and they're going to have fungal available to them immediately.
And there you go, we do have this nice muta flock flying over, and also a few roaches as well. They're going straight over the third.
Currently 9 mutalists, 9, now it's 8, as they fly directly over a spore colony. They do almost get a queen, but not quite. Roaches coming up a few at a time, try to snipe a few of the infestors. Oh, misses it.
And does clean up, well, it should be cleaning up anyway. This roach force has his
roach... gets the queen. Alright.
Losing a lot of infestors here.
Doing some damage. Oh, the fungal. Oh, the chain fungal.
Indeed, going to lose these 4 or 5 mutas. Or, no, does get out with it.
3 of them get away!
And now it's going to... These roaches are dead. Those roaches, unless they go back, are going to die. Lost a lot of infestors there, though, to the muta roach combo. I mean, no, roaches just sat there in the middle line, right next to the infestors, just going to town. TSL Hyun had his roaches just sat away doing nothing, twiddling their thumbs.
9 mutalisks are out, and... no more are being produced. It looks like Snoot's kind of content to try and do what damage he can with these, has more roaches in production, as he expects, rightfully so, Hyun to make a pretty large roach army right now. There are the roaches for Snoot being aggressive, trying to come up towards the third, but Hyun has a lot more roaches than Snoot at the moment, and yeah, Snoot has to run.
Yeah, Snoot backs off. I mean, at the moment, these mutas are just on hold position. Spread out, hold position. There's no more infestors on the way. There are 8 mutalisks with the range upgrade on the way. At the moment,
just taking pot shots. Hydralisks are out now. They're going to be able to clean up those mutalisks eventually, but some of the mutalisks are taking out overlords of Hyun's, and Snoot's, I mean, behind by 30 supply, but has really great harass going on.
And Roach is actually running into the middle line in the main as well at the moment. Just trying to free up some supply, although that doesn't really make sense given he's only on 110.
Well, he's keeping Hyun on his back foot, and he's droning up behind this. But Hyun has a pretty large army right now, 167 supply to 119.
Indeed.
Army specifically being 134.
Indeed, I mean, Roach and Hydra comparison, we have, wow, only 2 Hydras for Hyun.
4th base trying to be laid down by Snoot. Hyun sees it, but decides to bypass it, and Snoot has to abandon his 3rd. Looks like we're in a bit of a base trade right now, as Roaches and Mutas are attacking the 3rd base of Hyun, and...
GG from Snoot. There were 50 Roaches on the field for Hyun. Hyun was able to hold that quite effectively. Or was going to be able to hold that quite effectively anyway. That's unfortunate for Snoot. So that is 2-0 to TSL Hyun. Are we going to be seeing a 3-0 whitewash, or is GL Snoot going to be able to pull this back for a 3-2? make sure you keep an eye out. Stay here, chill out, and keep watching because we're going to find that shortly.
It was still a really close game there, even at the end, but yeah. Snoot kind of aware that by the end his army value was not going to be enough.
Indeed, I think that the idea of going for mutas was just not worth it. He just didn't do the harass he needed to with those mutas.
Yeah, it was an interesting time to invest in him, and he was feeling behind, and so he had to set up that fourth, and it had to be canceled there. And our final map, perhaps, will be Belshir's Beach. Winter Edition.
And they've chosen not to change colours this time, which is awesome for me. It's awesome for us both. But, yeah, so, I mean, GL Snoot versus TSL Hyun. Again, ZVZ, GSL Belshir Beach. Similar rushes as against the previous two maps, so possibility of either GL Snoot trying to go for his 7 pool that he tried in the first game, or going for the play he went for in the second game. I don't know, he's definitely going to have to try something new, because the previous two tactics didn't work out in his favour. TSL Hyun was able to win with those tactics, so I think he may need to just rely on the good old-fashioned Roach Infester.
Go comes out.
Indeed, and we are now 5 seconds away from viewing what could possibly be the final game of this best of 5.
It is GSL's Hyun against GL Snoot. GSL Belshir Beach Winter Edition. If you're just joining us, welcome. It is the grand finals. It's a best of 5. This is game number 3. TSL's Hyun currently up 2-0 over GL Snoot, and starting in the upper left-hand corner, it is our red Zerg, GL's Snoot. And in the lower right-hand corner, it is our blue Zerg for this game, TSL's Hyun.
And so, no 7 pool, which is always a good sign.
Actually, I'm surprised. I think Hyun has an opportunity here to do exactly that. I mean, he's already ahead 2-0.
Indeed. I mean, he may just want to play it safe, just do what he's been doing the last 2 games, and just continue to play his high-quality game, and just hope that he can pull out a 3rd win and just win this 3-0 or something.
Currently, the players in this matchup are playing for a difference of €50. Second place gets 75. First place gets 125. Both players are in the money already, and they've been relatively friendly throughout. This game, though, Snoot being a little bit quiet, doesn't like being down by 2 games. I think he's focused right now. Wants to win this. Wants to salvage what he can, and
Most
both
definitely.
players only going with the Overlord Scout. No drone scouts. TSL Hyun going hatch first.
Yes.
Again?
Going hatch first against this 14-14 gas first. And so there will... Odd positioning on that pool, though. It is slightly extending the walking distance, or gliding distance of the drones from the gas. Not a huge amount, but just that little bit, which... Yeah. Either way...
Well, there used to be, I don't know if it ever made it out of the beta, but there was like a way that you could put the spawning pool here, and it would look like a longer distance, but it actually increased the mining time, or rather decreased the mining time, increased the amount of money you can get over the amount of gas you get over time. I butchered that statement. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Oh god.
And there you go. Queen on the way, and metabolic boost as well. Still droning though, and no drones left in the extractor, so wanted to go for just this ling play. And pull down for Hyun, gas done as well. And so this is, it's going to be interesting to see if Hyun can hold off this early aggression, because Snoot still has no hatchery, so he is going for this ling all in.
About to put it down.
Is he?
Yeah,
there you go.
it has at least a drone rallied out there. It has the money. Alright, lays it down now. And he does have his Overlord scouting everything that Hyun is doing. There's not really that big of a difference just yet, but Hyun has an opportunity to pull ahead once he produces a second queen here.
I mean,
And Snoot, actually, I'm kind of surprised. I would expect him to be, alright, never mind. Making that Baneling nest, it could be defensive, or he could be just using his expansion as a macro hatch and going off of 2 base aggression. Really 1 base at that point.
I do think that hatch was just so damn late, though. I mean, there you go, we've got 12 lings straight away, so no, he's choosing not to drone, he's just going to go for lings and try to win this with a very quick one base with a macro hatch play.
Some pretty solid Overlord spread out of Hune. As always, he's going to be able to see whether Snoot goes low or goes high. Here they come.
And there he sees those 12 lings, and he's like, okay, I need lings. Unfortunately, he literally just used all his lava on drones.
He's gonna abandon his expansion right now, exactly because of what you just said. He didn't have any lings on the way at that exact moment. He does have a Baneling Nest that's about halfway done. These lings have an opportunity to perhaps do some damage to it. No, instead they get into the mineral line. And
needs to watch out for these Banelings though when they blow.
Actually, Snoot's trading really well here. A Queen is on the way down towards the Banelings. Banelings are trying to make their way towards the Zerglings. Oh, the Zerglings do find a Queen.
Indeed, this hatch is not going to go down though. There's just not enough lings there combined with the Banelings, unless there's good Baneling detonations.
Oh, one more. Oh, nice detonation there. And, well, there's still enough lings to push Snoot away. And Snoot has Spinecrawler in production in his main, and he's starting to drone up, and he has defensive Banelings out. So I guess he feels like he managed to delay enough mining and force enough lings to be produced that he's evened the game up fairly well. And truth be told, he has. He's ahead by
definitely.
2 workers right now.
Most definitely, yeah. But unfortunately, that's a lot of Banelings and that's the loss of lings. And so TSL's going to be like, oh, you're not being that aggressive. I will then, sort of thing is what I'm thinking he's going to do, because there's really 5 lings, 2 Banelings, a Spinecrawler, and a couple of Queens. That's it. There is no more army, and the Overlord spread isn't the most amazing. I mean, there's 2 on this far southern side. There is
Snoot now taking 3 gases at one time.
Yeah, all these Banelings are going to go up the top side, and there is no Overlord spread, so these are not going to get spotted on the top side. I mean, the Ling does spot them, and that Ling will die eventually when it kills a Baneling, or even just dies the Lings.
Oh, Snoot does just see it also with his Overlord. And he tries to get one Zergling out there to blow up some Banelings, but doesn't quite manage it. Snoot has Banelings morphing in. He's got a Spinecrawler that target fires down a couple... Oh, nice Baneling explosions there from Snoot. Oh, 2 Banelings though? Alright, never mind.
That was extremely inefficient for Hyun there. I mean, he lost all those Lings to 2 Banelings. That was incredibly inefficient play there from Hyun, but he did kill off the Spinecrawler, which, I mean, it's kind of good. He did all the damage.
Amusingly, not a single worker's been killed on either side yet.
That is nuts.
Lots of Banelings and lots of Lings in the mineral lines, but no workers have died, so that puts us right now at 37 workers for Hune, 44 now for TSL, or for GL Snoot. So really this game's starting to look pretty good for Snoot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got his Spire on the way. It's about 34% done, 35% done-ish, and there's no lair tech. I mean, it's on the way. It's 60%, 70, I'd say about 75% done on that lair tech. But there is an Evo chamber, but I mean, we could get Spore Crawlers down, but there's really going to be no way of moving out for this army. 3rd on the way now for TSL Hyun, thinking he's ahead. He's going to go, I'm going to get my 3rd, start macroing up a little bit. And Roach one with Blood Reconstitution on the way as well.
Queens for Snoot are out on the map. They are going to kill a couple of Hune, or just one of Hune's Overlords, almost supply blocking him, but also making it safe for Snoot to lay down his 3rd. Lings actually do run by, get into the main of Snoot, get to scout. Yep, he does indeed see the Spire.
Infestation Pit was already on the way, actually, which is nice. And that's going to be... don't want to say... No, it's not going to be done. Not going to be ready in time before those mutants are out. But they're on.
And now Lings are running down from Snoot towards the 3rd base location. And there's really nothing there to protect it just yet. Roach is on the way, though. They should be able to push off the Lings just in time. Oh, nice. Tries to save those drones by laying down some hatcheries. Oh, Extractor Tricks 1. Nice.
And loses most of those Lings, and really he only killed 1 drone.
Yeah, but he does get into... Alright, he sees the Infestation Pit. So, and actually he's going to get a drone kill. Oh, so close.
Very, very close to the drone kill there. Muta's now on the way. There's 6 mutas currently at the front. Going to kill off that queen. Nice transfuse there.
Nice, and the mutas actually have to wait for their friends to arrive. However, roaches for Hune are moving up towards the third of Snoot. There's going to be 2 queens. Oh, never mind. Never mind, Hune's bringing them back. Those mutas are going to just fly down, or not. What are they going to do?
We have, what was that, 2 Spore Crawlers, so there's no real anti-Ling defense there at the third, so that third... Oh, is that third? No, the third does not go down just yet.
Oh, I want him to focus fire the Spore Crawler. Spore Crawlers fire so quickly, they do so much damage to air.
Oh no, this is unfortunate.
Roach Warren, that's a nice choice right there. Free Roach Warren to pick up by the mutas. Nothing really can be done by Hune about it, so he just accepts it and starts producing infestors.
Indeed, he's actually going to lose his third. No, I'm surprised he didn't just nuke down the hatch. Just odd.
472 life. Another queen is out over there. But Snoot's still looking really good as he gets fungled a little bit there, but nice splitting with the mutas. Gets in, takes a couple pot shots on the infestors, and has Lings trying to come into the expansion area. I'll just focus down the hatch, please. Or a Spore Crawler,
yeah.
I guess.
I suppose the Spore Crawler works because then the mutas can just come in and focus on the hatch, I suppose. But then again, there's infestors on the field now.
The infestors. Nice
fungals.
Great.
Unfortunately, he is going to lose. One infestor loses a second infestor, and there's no fungals enough to finish off 2 infested Terrans going down.
Infested Terran, I don't know, the queen there and the infested Terran. Never mind. Never mind.
No, that is unfortunate.
Thought maybe the Spore Crawler would get closer to being finished. It did not. Mutalists are going to deny Hune this third base, but Hune decides, alright, I need a macro hatch. I need to 2-base all in this now, because I cannot set up my third, and he did not force a cancel on Snoot's third.
And loses 2 more queens out in the open by the third as well to those mutas. Now, these mutas are really paying off now. I mean, they've killed 4 infestors, a load of roaches, a hatchery, a Spore Crawler, 3 queens. I mean, these mutas are just paying for themselves quite easily.
Definitely, and I really like his splitting. Ooh, oh, creep colony. Alright, tumor. Nice. Picked off there by some Lings, so there's going to be no more active creep spread available for Snoot, and that's really, or for Hune, and that's really helping Hune more than it's helping Snoot because he's got the mutas. So that's why we see Hune kind of going a little bit more so with his creep spread, although it's pretty similar from Snoot, to be honest. Snoot also setting up his 4th in the upper right-hand corner, and the mutas saying, no expanding. Thought we went over this.
Pretty much, and something which is worth noting, GL Snoot is only 1 drone ahead.
Yeah, but there's just such an oversaturation that, like, at this point, that's almost wasted supply for Hune.
Indeed, but at the same time, as soon as he can get that third up and he can secure that third, he's sorted.
Oh, Muta's finding an infestor in a little bit of a bad location, not quite getting the kill off, but Snoot is ahead by 50 supply. He's got more roaches on the way. It doesn't really seem to care to continue with the Muta play. Just is happy that he was able to force so many cancels on the third, and really kind of wish he would go back down there and do it again. This Overseer being pretty lazy, not double checking for him. Now the mutas are headed down, and this 4th base is going to be allowed to complete, and TSL Hune has no idea about it. He does have a lot of queens in forward positions, now has his infestors out as well. Mutas and roaches for Snoot, who is maxed out versus the 150 supply of Hune. We need some epic fungals.
Oh, these are...
Oh, the roaches are engaging, but now... Oh, okay, he's choosing infested Terran. And fungals behind it.
And losing a lot of high-energy infestors as well.
However, nice split there by Snoot. Picks off the third... No, never mind, decides not to. In fact, just running away with everything.
And he loses a lot of infestors there. Like, a lot of full-energy infestors, or high-energy infestors at least. This third will go down at least, which is always good to see for Hune. He needs that third. Although the 4th done, as you said, for Snoot, and a nice roach composition there, with some little bit of mutas to back up. Unfortunately, there's no... How many mutas are there left? There's 2 mutas left.
Overlord's being brought in for a meat shield as Snoot realizes, or as Hune realizes that Snoot's eventually going to come back for a similar engagement. Roaches, I don't know what they're doing right now for Snoot. They're kind of wandering around weird places. Now everything is coming forward. Oh, it's really hard to see with the Overlords there zooming in underneath. Snoot still at 200 out of 200 supply. Hune is falling.
Yeah, no, this is game, I'm afraid. Snoot is definitely going to push this. I mean, he had a maxed roach army compared to Hune, who has 100 supply. That is a huge difference, and Snoot can just push up this ramp now and just win this.
Build good. GG, well played, says TSL's Hugh.
Indeed, so that is now 2-1, guys. That is... So Snoot doing what he needed to do to pull the game back, so it's now 2-1. So TSL Hyun still needs to win one, but just GL Snoot actually pulling it back, showing that he can do this. He can beat TSL Hyun.
Yeah, army value from literally like the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, it was nuts.
All right. They haven't told us what the next map is going to be, but they've been making them pretty quickly. Here we go. GSL's Antigua Shipyard.
And apparently
2v2, let's go. I'm on Snoot's team. Do this.
GL Snoot in Ord versus TSL Hyun and Poogie.
God.
And apparently TSL Hyun can take you both on. There you go. I think they're going to fix it up. Yeah, I think whoever sets it up needs to change it to 1v1 mode, because I think that messes with the spawns. It's in 2v2. And it seems at least the players in the other cast are all able to take it as a joke and everything. It is indeed 2-1 to TSL Hyun, and we're going to be kicking this off very short. There you go. Cool down.
Actually, the fact that it's not one-on-one right now means that it's not forced cross position anymore. So that actually counteracts the fact that it's a GSL map.
Indeed. So that's kind of odd. Yeah, I think if they don't spawn cross position, they might have to remake.
Yeah, they have 1 minute to decide that the wrong map was chosen or something like that. So they have about... actually, I don't know if it's 1 real minute or 1 in-game minute. I've always assumed it's... Alright, so Hyun says, good luck, have fun, friend. He's okay with it, and as a matter of fact, we do have cross positions. Starting in the lower left-hand corner. Currently down. But managing to come back in the last game. Can he pull it back to even? It is GL Snoot. And in the 1 o'clock position, in the red, it is our player who's up by 1 game, TSL's Hyun.
Now, it'll be interesting to see what Hyun does this game, especially given the last 3 games, how he's won the first 2 with some nice play. The third game he lost due to some extremely good pressure from Snoot in going behind and expanding behind that, and just especially that mute play was just able to shut down the Ling mute play, just able to shut down that third base repeatedly. It was yeah, so I'm wondering if Snoot's going to go for that mute play again. He does seem to be favouring that. I mean, he went for that in game number 2, he went for it in game number 3, so I'm interested to see if he goes for it again in this game, as it worked once, it didn't work once, so it'll be interesting.
You said that right the first time, actually. I don't know why you corrected yourself. Again?
Hmm?
Again. I mean, I'm making fun of your accent. Because...
Cool. Lovely. And we do have pull down on 15 for Snoot. No gas though, and we're getting the hatch first from TSL Hyun. So, slightly less aggressive play from Snoot, and once again more of a macro play for TSL Hyun.
I'm kind of surprised. I honestly expected both of these games Hyun to go with really early aggression, and instead opting to go the other way with it. Snoot also playing pretty safe, going with that pool first, and then the hatchery. Both players scouting each other with overlords right now, just waving at each other. Hyun sees the expansion of Snoot and moves up on into the base to see whether or not the gas has gone down, and yes, indeed it has. Both players looking extremely identical again. Spawning pool is going to finish fairly soon. Snoot actually doing an extractor trick there. So that he can get the queen out. Just okay, so either that's on intentional with his build, or he was a little bit behind with that overlord. Either way, he continues pretty much on pace. Losing, what is it, like 17 minerals when you cancel an extractor? I've forgotten. It's not a lot. So the extractors for both players, let's see whether they stop at 100 gas or keep going. It's our next tell for what these builds will hold. 100 gas is mined for Hune, and he continues. Also starting his speed upgrade. Meanwhile, Snoot does not, and he actually... Oh, he's going with the +1 missile attack first. Huh. Roach play. Alright. Hune has his Zerglings moving out, and he's going with Banelings. I think that early Roach aggression against Ling Bane might really favor GL Snoot. We're going to find out, though. Spinecrawler also going down for Snoot, who's basically skipping as many Lings as possible, so needs a little bit more protection. Has his Queens already established on the ramp in hold position to make sure that nothing can go up. Actually, nicely done. Pulls them out for just a moment to attack those Lings. Has another Queen in production, right? Right? No, he's just going to have his Queens go all the way back and forth from the ramp and rely on his Overlord spread to tell him when Ling aggression is coming out. He's got his 4 Lings on the map. Let's check the units tab. Yep, 4 Lings to the 6. Speed is completed. More Zerglings, more Banelings being sent. Hune is saturated on the 2 bases with 33 workers. GL Snoot's fairly similar, sitting at 32. Okay, now both players, yeah, alright. It's pretty even. The Lings poke in by Hune, get pushed away. Hune's at 52 supply as he's got a lot of Zerglings, and here come the Banelings. Can they sneak in? Oh, Snoot with the wall off of Evo Chamber, and Spinecrawler says, go away, you silly little Banelings. But Hune has a lot more, and Snoot was able to see that with his Overlord. Oh, the Banelings actually run right by, and the Lings are inside the base. Roaches are being produced, though, by Snoot. He might have a chance here. Still, some Banelings not really hitting very well. Drones dying at a really quick rate. There are still a lot down in the main, but drones versus Lings, oh, that's not good at all. Does manage to save some, and he's got some Queens in pretty good position on the ramp here. Yeah, so I think Snoot can survive this part of the aggression, but he's lost a lot in the exchange, down to 13 workers. Oh, no.
Oh, very nicely done there from TSL, running down. He knows he's going to lose those Lings, so he runs down and tries to get some drones. Managed to still pick up 1 drone.
And Snoot's just going to drone up behind this.
Which is odd. I would have expected some aggression to be coming out from Snoot.
Well, he is sending his Roaches out across the map, and I think he's hoping to perhaps cancel the 3rd or something like that, but Hune has not gone that direction. Instead, he's got 3 Spinecrawlers on the way, more Lings, probably going to morph some Banelings. No, he's going to stick with Lings for now. And the Roaches come back. Actually, I like that out of Snoot. He pushed forward to try and get Hune to produce some extra Zerglings instead of continuing. But now the Roaches are actually really out of position. They're going to get surrounded by the Speedlings. There Hune goes.
This isn't a bigger deal for Hune, though. Hune is a good 20 drones ahead, though, which is something to consider. And he's able to take his 3rd quite easily. I mean, these Roaches are... Is he going to take the 4th? Chooses not to go and take... come on, is he going to take that 4th Roach?
Just watching this micro here. Oh my goodness, just barely the Lings get those Roaches. They were in a really nice position. Snoot was laying down more of that wall again with the Spinecrawlers, but goes ahead and does the cancel. Currently, actually, he's done a fantastic job of droning up a little bit at a time. He's also got the Queens to protect him. The Overseer from Hune gets in and actually goes down. Doesn't quite get to see everything that's happening. Gets to see the majority of it. The 3rd base halfway done for Hune, who's getting ahead by more and more supply. 77 to 59 right now.
Indeed, and we're looking like some more Roaches pushing out across, and really I don't agree with this. You can't send 3 Roaches out, especially when they don't have speed. You can't just send 3 Roaches at a time, 4 Roaches at a time.
He's selecting them. He's telling them to continue. I don't know why.
No, they're just going to run straight into those Spinecrawlers and drop. Like,
I guess he's hoping to at least double check that the 3rd is there. No, okay, now he...
And the problem is they're going to get chased down by TSL Hune's Roaches because TSL Hune has speed. Or or not. Or Tears
Yep.
just going to go, I don't care.
Snoot manages to kind of hide them, and now he's going to sneak up along into the third base area. Hune has a lot of roaches of his own moving out across the map. Snoot gets in, kills 1, 2, 3.
Is he going to get... Yes, gets
3.
third.
And, however, the
He's gonna
cancel
lose his third.
has to go down. Snoot, you have to cancel that. Okay. Whew.
And Snoot GG's.
GG. Grats comes from Snoot, who realizes that not having a third against an opponent with a third just won't work for him. He gets that extra €50 coming in first place in Antec-Attack number 25.
One thing to bear in mind, guys, both those players played extremely well. That was, yeah.
So guys, one last time, I'm Ord, that's ORD_SC2. You can find me on the Twitters. My stream is OR_D. I run the Good as Gold over on Zeke.com, that's Z33K.com, blah blah blah. Sikoras, your turn.
I'm at Sikoras1992 on Twitter. I do check Twitter a lot. I'm also just Sikoras on the Twitches, and on the YouTubes, I am Sikoras1992. Now, I'm going to go eat, watch the podcast a little bit, then I'm going to record a Steam Summer Sale video. So if you guys want to see if there's anything worth buying on Steam Summer Sale, go check out my YouTube channel in about an hour's time, or even just go over there now, hit the subscribe button so you see when it comes up. And
Awesome.
yeah, you'll know
If you guys want to check out our boss and say hi, that would be really cool for us. I'm typing in the chat right now. I may have misspelled that.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, typing in for me. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please stick around. We're going to run some commercials, and we will stay live, but we'll be muted. So,
Indeed, so everyone go to that link and say, Sikoras in Ord sent us here.
yeah, the second one. The first one I did.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.